Hey guys, it's Dresden, and today I am back with episode 4 of the Driving Until Destroyed series, which is a tribute to Failrace's Driven Until Destruction series. So I am back here on the Failrace test track, and I am here again for 3 more vehicles going head to head to see which one goes the furthest and if they can pass any of the ones that have gone before it. So the one that's gone the furthest so far is the LKS Pre-Runner, and it made it to the 5th lap. So we are going to see if we can beat that. And of course, as we get started here, the LKS Pre-Runner is actually made for this kind of stuff. It was the Desert Edition, the Desert Off-Roader. Sorry, as I move my mic closer to my mouth here. It was the Desert Off-Road Edition. So that means it was pretty much built for this, so it had the suspension for it and everything. This car, however, does not. This is the Burnside Special Boulevard. This car does not have the suspension for this. It also does not have the steering or the wheel, or not the steering exactly, but the wheels for this, as you can see here. Alright, I'm going to give this a second chance. I know, first time I'm giving a car a second chance, but that was really bad. Oh, yeah, that's what these potholes are for here. They're for really shredding up your car. And again, the ones in the main stretch are for, like, destroying your wheel axles. If you haven't seen any of the other episodes, go check them out. I'll have them in the card, the top right of your screen here. I will also have them in the end card, along with Failrace's channel and one of his episodes from his version of this series, which was probably a lot better than mine. But I'm trying to do this about the same as he did, except what he did is he made it even and put the same exact wheels on every vehicle. But I won't be doing that. I will be running them as their base models. So, second jump off of the Burnside, or I guess Burnside off of the second jump, if you shall say. Not doing very great. Alright. So we lost a wheel, but that is at the most of our concern right now. Actually, that's probably the least of our concerns, considering we can't turn. Oh. We're about to overheat here. Alright, so, yeah, we're about to overheat. That's not good. We also cannot turn left at all. Right turning is okay. Again, if you haven't seen episode 1 of this series, make sure you go check that out, because that was... I did a lot of explaining, for instance, explaining why all the shadows are glitchy and everything there. And over the big jump, it's not going to make it. Ooh. There goes our rear-wheel drive car. So put up a valiant, good effort. However, that last jump just got it, and the second jump ended up knocking its wheel off, and that wasn't very good in the end. Alright, so here we are picking up the pace a little bit. This car should be able to make it a little further. This is the Ford F-150 with a turbo towing package on it. So, I don't know how fast it is, however, should be, oh yeah, it's fairly fast. It's made for towing, so it should have pretty good suspension. Of course, it's an F-150, but it's an older one, so if you look at the wheels, they're a little flimsy. However, it should make it decently far, I'm hoping. And it should hopefully beat the Burnside, because, you know, that'd be sad if an old truck can't beat an old, kinda sporty utility vehicle. So first jump here. Barely crawling over. Oh. Well, we're still driving, but not very well, because we just lost one of our drive shafts. I'm not exactly sure if this is going to beat the Burnside, which is really sad. Oh, it'll hopefully. This one won't overheat here. And remember, it can't... So, more of the rules. if it can't exceed 15 miles an hour, it is out. If it does flip over, that doesn't count against it. If it gets flipped over, stuck on its side, or stuck anywhere, I can pull it out. If it gets dropped into the water by my stupidity, I can try to pull it out before it hydrolocks, and if it does end up hydrolocking, then it is out. However, that would be my fault that it was out, and not exactly the vehicle's fault. The vehicle could probably go further. I'm sure if I aimed up that first jump, I could have gotten a little better than I am. However, on the third jump here, we aren't clearing it. Oh gosh, it's just crawling along. Yeah, like, it's got the suspension. Looks like the wheels aren't braking. It's just the drive shaft has snapped. Oh, that didn't sound good. Yeah, the front, I'm pretty sure the front drive shaft is the one that broke, because, you know, we hit it on the front. So it is going 33 miles an hour right now, which is decent. Oh, that was harsh. But we aren't going really fast enough to do major amounts of damage. So this might make the first lap. I don't know how far it's going to make it after that. Somehow we broke the radiator to the point where it's actually cooling off now, I think. I don't think it's actually overheating. I think the car itself is cooling off, which is weird. Oh, if you look at the nodes on the bottom left, we broke our main drive shaft. So I don't know what wheels are turning. Maybe the front wheels are just turning, because the main drive shaft would put power to the rear wheels. Oh, yeah, potholes. They're here to grab your car. I could dodge them, but this one I feel like is going to make it over them, so without any major damage anyways. Yeah, alright, so we are crawling along onto our second lap. 29 miles an hour. Oh, 31, we're picking up speed. So we have passed the Burnside, we have passed the Vendetta, we have passed the Van Marauder. We have passed a couple of other ones too, probably, but I don't remember those ones. And I do have a leaderboard here that I will end up putting up sometime in this series, like episode 5 maybe. Maybe every 5 episodes I'll put up a leaderboard. But this is only episode 4, so next episode, which I do have a sort of idea for, if you can put it up there, then on that one. Alright, so we are barely exceeding 20 miles an hour now. Oh, we're going 26, 27. Yeah, we're getting to about 27 miles an hour. Still not the 15. That would be the problem point. Oh, it's so loud. This truck is so loud whenever it's broken. It's trying to put the power down, but it can't. Alright, on to the turn after the second jump. Okay, it's going. It's not out. This truck is not out, and I'll have to call it out whenever it the radiator breaks. And again, the one that made it to our 5th lap, all that happened to it is the front axle broke, or else it would have kept going. But after that second jump, I'm pretty sure that front axle just snapped. Or I think it was the 3rd jump. I don't remember. All this thing's doing right now is just taking more and more punishment every jump and every bounce it takes, except for this one. Oh, yeah, that was pretty hard hit. We popped a tire there. Now the truck is vibrating. Alright, so about to round this turn here. It's actually, hate to say it, I think it's gonna make it on its 3rd lap. That's impressive considering the state this thing is in. And it should be broken by now, however it isn't. And I know it's a big Ford truck, but it's an old one, like 70s probably. Oh. Oh. Now I can try to get it out of here. Those reverse lights are really bright. Can I get it out of this gap? Looks like we're gonna have to drag it with the node. Yep, there it is. Alright. Can we exceed 20? We can. Wow, this truck. Now I'm making it take punishment. I am going really hard on this thing. I am trying my best to get it to brake, which is what I did with the truck that made it 5 laps. Once it makes it 2 laps, then I go all crazy, just do whatever I want on it. And it's still gonna do it to its 2nd lap here. Or 3rd lap. After it completes the 2nd lap, we will be getting a little more harsh, shall I say, on this thing. This first pothole here. Oh, that was a big hit. Again, it isn't even smoking yet. Like, you would have thought the radiator would be broken by now. And look at it go over these bumps. That's impressive. That is very impressive for a car that's only exceeding 20 miles an hour. Alright, now we start getting a little harsher on this car. Which is, again, what I do on every vehicle that makes it on its 3rd lap. So once it gets to the 3rd lap, I start getting a little more difficult on it, shall I say. Difficult, like, I don't know, trying to see what its boundaries are. And I mean, this thing's been crawling at almost 20 to 30 miles an hour for a very, very long time. And it's still limping along. Take off the gas. Oh, ho, ho. That first jump is always quite a hard hit. Yeah, we're having a hard time exceeding 20 now. Harder time. Slightly pulling to the right. Still going fairly strong for the most part. Gotta try to keep this jump centered. Oh! Man, that grill's gone. That's a bouncy grill. You gotta keep them centered because a lot of the jumps have water on one or both sides. I think all of them actually do. So this truck is going strong still. Trying to find a way to put it. By going strong, I mean barely exceeding 22 miles an hour. And I mean, it might hit 30 here. Oh, it just went 28. Man, this truck. See, it's the problem is it's going at the speed where, like, it can't really take any damage. Yeah, it's at 31. It can't really take any. Oh. No, we're done. It can reverse, but it can't pull forwards. I mean, I can try taking it out of here, but I think it's done. I think we can officially say that this F-150 has met its maker. Oh, I'm so bad at this. Alright. Yeah, it can back up. Can it go forwards? Well, it doesn't turn left, so. And it doesn't exceed 5 miles an hour. So I'm going to say this truck is done. It put up a very good fight, made it onto its 3rd lap. But that jump there just bent the axle, and it was game over. Alright, so for the 3rd car, I have decided that I should go for something a little bit more useless. This is the SMZ 53D S3D Race Edition. It is a car with a 1100cc engine, which means it can barely exceed 30, maybe 40 miles an hour. Has no suspension. The steering wheel isn't even centered. It is very loud, very slow. Let's see how it goes. Never driven this thing before. Oh yeah, that suspension is definitely coming into play here. Oh, what in the? Okay. we're gonna just ignore that, whatever is happening there. Oh, it's happening to the other window. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh, this thing. This thing. Oh my gosh. It's like an attempt at a track toy. That didn't go very well. And this is terrible. What in the... It's so loud too, I can't even hear myself talking right now. Hopefully it isn't too loud for you guys. Man, this car is strong though. I've bashed it into some walls. It hasn't broken for now. And over the jump. Oh, ah. Yikes. Well, reverse does nothing. Let's just turn up the strength all the way. Just to... Oh, hey, it's waterproof. Oh, no, it isn't. Oh, no. Oh. One more try. We'll give this thing one more shot to redeem itself. And if it doesn't, then, well, then you know. It'll be, our worst performing vehicle yet. Which I guess I could see happening. Oh my gosh. It's so springy. How is it this springy? I've never driven a car that bounces this much on its own bodywork. Like, look. Boing. So springy. And the turning radius is nada. There's no turning radius. Alright, well, on the first turn here, this ugly purple and neon yellow machine is just gonna hop its way. Looks like it's happy, except the noise is coming from the rear, the very rear centralized engine. Does not sound very happy. However, the car bounces like it is. The colors presume that it is. However, it's just... Like, look at this. The roof is so flappy. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say to this vehicle. Besides, get it some suspension. Because that is what's going to be the bane of this thing's existence. Is it not having suspension enough to do this? Like, oh... Gave it a chance to redeem itself and it didn't. So it made it as far as the Gavril Vendetta. There's no body damage. It's just the engine has fallen out of the car. That's a little strange. Huh. Well, anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash that like button and hit the red subscribe button and that bell icon to get notified of when I upload. And until next time, this has been Dresden, and goodbye.